Now to Rockland, where a high school is mourning after grieving the deaths of one of their teachers. Casey Nichols worked at Rockland High School for 25 years. This week he passed away from COVID complications.
He was compassionate, that he was a servant educator, and that he was an impactful educator.
He made all the people around him better through his inspiration and his gentle guidance and his trust.
Some students and faculty are planning a journalism scholarship in memory of Mr. Nichols. Anyone interested in supporting that effort can get in touch with the school. Now to a new study looking at how wearing masks indoors can cut the risk of getting COVID. The California Department of Public Health has found people who said they wear N95 respirators indoors were about 80% less likely to test positive for COVID than those who never wore masks inside. Those who said they wore surgical masks indoors were roughly 60% less likely to test positive than those who didn't wear masks. In all, the study found that consistently wearing a mask indoors cuts the odds in half for testing positive for COVID-19. The study was done before the Omicron variant, so mask efficacy isn't known for Omicron just yet. Now to the statewide numbers. COVID infections and hospitalization cases are declining. This graph shows the past month, with the drop getting sharper. 37,000 new cases were reported on Thursday, but you can see the drastic decline from just New Year's. The test positivity rate is at 12.4%. Hospitalizations are also coming down. Just under 12,000 people are currently in the hospital statewide for COVID. The U.S. saw its 900,000 deaths from COVID-19 on Friday. That is the latest numbers according to Johns Hopkins University. It comes less than 2 months after eclipsing to 800,000. KCRA 3's Christopher Salas is live in our Washington bureau with more. Christopher, good morning.
Hey, Leticia, good morning. And to put that number into perspective, it's greater than the populations of Indianapolis, San Francisco, or Charlotte, North Carolina. And experts believe the true number may be much higher. The CDC estimates that between February 20th and September 2021, the number of COVID-19 deaths in the United States were actually more than 30% greater than what was reported. Now, deaths are still rising in 35 states, but cases are declining in all 50 states. That's according to Johns Hopkins University. Hospitalizations are also down nationwide 15%. Public health officials are now expressing hope the worst of the pandemic is behind us, and there is consideration of easing restrictions, particularly as many countries in Europe now ease restrictions. Here's what the U.S. Surgeon General said.
There's not a single metric to look at. What we have to do is look at a composite of metrics, not only the hospitalizations and deaths, but also try to understand what is happening in terms of early indicators that may give us a clue as to whether cases may rise in the next few weeks. And we want to be able to dial up and dial down precautions based on that.
Now, the CDC reports that unvaccinated adults have a 97 times greater risk of dying from COVID-19 compared to adults who are fully vaccinated and boosted. Leticia.
And Christopher, the CDC made a couple of recommendations when it comes to those vaccines yesterday. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so first, the agency says when it comes to people with weakened immune systems, they should get a second booster, which is a fourth mRNA shot, 4 months after their first booster or their third shot. The agency advisors also gave their full endorsement of Moderna's mRNA shot for adults. This comes just days after the FDA granted full approval for that shot. Leticia.
Christopher, thank you for your report this morning.